Hello guys, welcome back to the Lovin Riyadh show. I'm Rama
And I'm Sarah.
and today is the 10th of September and we have some really exciting and interesting news for you today, including that Princess Haifa Bint Mohammed Al Saud's swift action,
And Saudi swimmer Faisal Al-Qusaibi breaks barriers with historic English Channel crossing.
and Riyadh's got everyone buzzing with an epic new aircraft inspired attraction on the way.
And Saudi surpasses Vision 2030 goal by attracting 100 million tourists 7 years early.
So Princess Haifa Bint Mohammed Al Saud recently made headlines all over social media with a move she did during a student discussion. So the discussion was with the princess and a special needs student from King Saud University's College of Tourism and Archaeology requested that a condition preventing them from obtaining a tour guide license be removed. And immediately after the student finished speaking, Princess Haifa asked for her phone and called the ministry directly. And I think she called a ministry official, and the condition was cancelled on the spot. So this video went all over social media. I don't know if you've seen it. And everybody was praising how the princess literally took a swift action straight away.
Yeah.
And cancelled the condition on the spot. And you can hear the official on the phone responding to her request and being like, yes, done, basically. And this basically shows how, you know, when a request is made by the public, it's taken very, very seriously. And it was so calm. The whole interaction was completely calm. She just asked for her phone directly after the student asked. She was like, can I have my phone?
Yeah. She was like, may I have my phone? Also very respectful, very calm.
Exactly. And just called on the spot. And I think she put it on speaker as well, so that everybody could hear. And it's a very hands-on approach, which I really liked, showing her commitment for equal opportunities, and especially for students with special needs.
Yeah.
So that was great to see.
And comments all over social media, basically on X, TikTok, you name it. You know, they were all like, idol, oh my gosh, she's my idol. And, you know, justifiable reaction.
I think that's a very, common reaction.
Yeah, but it's
just something like this happening.
Yeah, and really, most people were like, oh, she responded with actions, I think.
Yeah, cool. It's not all talk, it's actions. So that was very nice to see.
Saudi swimmer Faisal Al-Qusaibi breaks barriers with historic English Channel crossing. So, Saudi swimmer, he made history, Faisal, being the first swimmer with Down syndrome to cross the English Channel in record time.
I think it was the first Saudi swimmer with Down syndrome.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, sorry. I corrected you before you had the chance to speak.
It's not a correction. You did not make me finish my flipping sentence.
My bad. Continue.
Okay. So Saudi swimmer, as she said, okay, you know that already. So he represented Shuma Al Amal complex. He completed the challenging swim from Dover Beach in England to Calais. How do you pronounce that? Calais Beach in France in just, I mean, it's not just, but in just 10 hours and 46 minutes. When we say just, it's because the world record previously was 11 hours. And he broke that, being, you know...
That's crazy.
That's cool. And like, he was, you know, braving through cold waters and powerful sea currents. You know, his journey was nothing short of extraordinary. I mean, 10 hours of swimming is already, like, very draining to your body and energy because, like, I don't know if you ever, like, when you go swimming, like, you feel hungry after, like, 2 hours of swimming.
Yeah, because you're, first of all, the sun.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's so tiring on your body.
Yeah.
So, literally, and you know the post-beach feeling, that's usually because of the swimming, like, because... Literally, if you're just sitting in the sea without even swimming, your body gets moved around a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
So from the sun combined with that, you're obviously very tired. So 10 hours of swimming is crazy.
That's what I mean. Especially like I can't swim, and when I, you know, like when I'm in a pool, I just hold on to the you know, like the edges of the swimming pool, and imagine if when I try to swim, my body hurts. Like imagine 10 hours.
Yeah, and
Wow.
plus like the English Channel is known to be like everybody, a lot of people cross it as a challenge, but it's known to be extremely challenging because of its conditions.
Yeah.
And it's just not, it's not easy.
It's not easy, and other than that, like he broke the world record. And something is hard when the world record of something is 11 hours.
Yeah, honestly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah, so despite the grueling conditions, he proudly hosted the Saudi Arabian flag upon reaching the French coast, marking a significant world achievement for both himself and his country. So,
and when he came back, I think his family and friends gave him like a
yeah,
nice celebration.
we'll insert a video because
Yes,
it's
it was
filled
so
with
cute.
emotions.
Yes. And a lot of, I think there was a lot of preparation involved, I'm sure, as you would think. But the training that's involved
Yeah.
to do something like this is very, very rigorous.
It's a lot, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
imagine when like what would you
Olympians.
yeah, are they called Olympians? Yeah. When Olympians, like before their, thing that they're gonna do, they usually like train for months, even years sometimes, and like eat in a very strict diet. So imagine that.
Yeah, and like he had state-of-the-art equipment as well.
Yeah.
And specialized support.
Yeah.
That's great that he was able to even, go through the training and end up breaking the world record.
Yeah, I think we as a country, we're so proud of you, Faisal.
We really are. So I don't know if you have seen it, Sarah, or you guys, the countless videos of gigantic Saudi Airlines planes being transported
Yeah.
to Riyadh. This is crazy because the planes, it's not just one plane, but it was massive Boeing 777-200ERs casually cruising down the road, and people kept taking videos and showcasing it on social media because it's not every day that you see random planes just
Exactly.
strolling along the road.
Yeah.
And apparently this is for Riyadh season, and they're gonna use these planes for some kind of attractions.
Yeah.
So either they're gonna put cafes or
It's called the Riyadh runway.
yeah, the upcoming
Boulevard.
runway boulevard.
Yeah.
So I think they're giving homage to Saudi Airlines and
Yeah.
probably Riyadh Air as well,
Yeah.
the airlines of Saudi. And they're gonna transform them into something that I can't even tell you what it could be. Like imagine
Exactly. Like it's so.
Imagine yes, okay, you've probably seen somewhere in the world there is a plane that's been transformed into something, but not a used plane, I don't
Yeah.
think. Like they're saying it could be restaurants, theaters, cafes, and basically anything cool packed inside an actual aircraft. And I'm super excited for this. This seems like it's going to be so interesting.
Yeah.
And people are already planning their visits. Some can't believe that there's this level of creativity going into Riyadh season this year.
Yeah.
Because I think it's more than what we've seen in the past. They're already looking super impressive, the attractions. And it looks like we're going to have our mind blown this year.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's so Turkey al-Sheikh, something this exotic is like.
Yeah, it really is.
He always
creative minds at work.
Exactly, like he always comes up with these very
interesting things.
Interesting ideas.
And so Runway Boulevard is seeming like it's going to be the place to be.
Yeah.
And yeah, everybody's counting down the days, and so am I personally, because I would love to eat my meal in a revamped airplane.
Yeah. Have you seen his Twitter though? His X account. His X account is just flooded with these things. He would post, "Where is my airplane?" or something like that.
So
and
anticipation for it.
Yeah, and he also made what do you call it in English? A tournament? No, not a tournament. Competition. He made a competition for who posts the best
video of the
video
airplane.
or picture.
That makes sense why we've seen so many of them.
And it's only for Saudis.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I think the winner gets a car or something. But
Okay.
and he also, which is something that's cool, he would respond to these. He would reshare them on his Twitter account, and he'd be like, "Thank you to the person who made the good photo, you know.
That's fun.
Yeah,
You would
and some of
think,
the
I feel like a nice prize would be like a free plane ticket somewhere because it's about the planes,
Maybe.
you know?
Yeah, you're starting to think real smart, just
Yeah.
like him.
I hope one day. But yeah, that's really cool and I'm excited. And yeah, stay tuned for what's coming with Riyadh season.
So, Saudi surpasses Vision 2030 goal by attracting 100 million tourists 7 years early. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has highlighted Saudi Arabia's booming tourism sector as a major force behind the country's economic diversification.
Big word.
A very big word. That thing looks like that. Anyways, so according to the 2024 IV, which is a number, I think it's a Romanian number. If you know, please, just let us know what it is because, anyway. Consultation report. Saudi Arabia exceeded its Vision 2030 goal of attracting 100 million visitors annually by 2023. So basically, as Rama explained to me, that Saudi Arabia had this goal of attracting 100 million tourists by 2030.
Yeah.
And we surpassed it in 2023, so last year. Kind of confusing, but when you understand it, it's cool. So that's a full 7 years ahead of schedule, exactly. So the tourism revenues reached $36 billion. I think it's a dollar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that's
a dollar sign. Anyways, so contributing 11.5% to the country GDP. I don't know what a GDP is. What is that?
I forgot what the acronym is, but it's basically like the how much the country makes. Basically.
We sound so smart.
Yeah, we really do.
Tourism revenues reached $36 billion in 2023, contributing 11.5% to the country's GDP. I don't know what GDP does.
I forgot what it stands for, but it's basically how much the country makes. Yeah.
Yeah, with expectations to grow to 16% by 2034.
So what do you think contributed to this growth or the country surpassing this goal?
I mean, what doesn't? First of all, Saudi Arabia ever since was a very, a very beautiful country, but it didn't get that recognition before. But now with social media and all these things that Turkey al-Sheikh has been doing and all the efforts has been, a lot.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the main things that people are now noticing. Wow.
Formula One.
Yeah, and
all these things that's happening.
It's such a beautiful country. Do you know when you travel somewhere or even go to a spot and you're telling all your friends this place was so cool. Imagine a country that is you can find everything in all the different types of cultures, different types of clothing, different kinds of nature. There's sea, there's these kind of greenery, and there's also the desert. There's so many things you can do.
But I think people are only starting to realize that because of all the events that have been bringing people in.
Exactly.
And there's for example, football, with all the things that are happening in football.
Yeah.
That's a major one as well.
I think.
Tell me, what were you?
I think it's the hook.
It's the
for
hook.
It all,
The events and the things that are happening in the country are the hook, and I think the beauty of Saudi is what makes people come back.
Yeah.
And
being in Saudi Arabia would get you some of the best Instagram photos you can ever think of.
Yeah, honestly, there's a lot of untapped land and beauty as well in different parts, not just the major cities. And I think people are starting to see that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, people come here for its safety now. A lot of people have been moving here. A lot of people have been posting about moving here and telling people to come live here as well.
And also Saudi nationals are spending less on international travel. And expats in the kingdom are spending more on local leisure activities. So people aren't leaving and the people who are coming here are staying.
Exactly.
And this is, I think, something that would strengthen a lot of sectors in the country as well, like food, culture, travel,
economy.
So Saudi, is starting to rely more on tourism, which is lovely to see because I think it deserves it. as a country.
So that's it for today, guys. We'll catch you again next week. Please listen to you can listen to the podcast on Podio, Anghami, Apple Podcast, what else?
YouTube.
Spotify and YouTube for the visual.
Yep.
You know? Yeah. And yeah. See you again next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.